Chapter 1: Whispers of the Unknown. The wind carried secrets across the desert, whispering through the dunes like a merchant's last bargain. Somewhere in the vast expanse between Venice and the fabled lands of the East, a decision was made that would ripple through history, one that never happened. Marco Polo had returned from his legendary journey, his tales of silk and spices, of golden palaces and paper money burning in the minds of kings and merchants alike. But what if he had never left? What if the expedition that defined an era had been nothing more than a whisper that vanished before it could become a roar? In the shadowed corners of Venetian taverns, where wine-stained maps were traded like currency, men spoke in hushed tones. The Polo family had connections, influence, wealth, but ambition. That was something else entirely. The journey to the East was not just a voyage, it was a gamble. And gambles, as any trader knew, could end in ruin. The year was not important. What mattered was the moment when the decision hung in the balance. Would Nicole and Maffeo Polo, Marco's father and uncle, set out on their perilous trek across the Silk Road? Or would they stay, their dreams of fortune and discovery buried beneath the weight of caution? The answer, in our world, was clear. But in the world that never was, the answer was different. Imagine, then, a Venice where Marco Polo never left. No tales of Kublai Khan's court, no descriptions of the great Khan's empire, no spark to ignite Europe's obsession with the East. The Silk Road, already, a fragile thread of trade and exchange, would have remained just that, a road, not a bridge. The knowledge that flowed through it would have trickled, not surged. Without Marco's accounts, the East would have remained a mystery, a land of rumors and half-truths. The Crusades would have raged on, their participants ignorant of the wealth and sophistication beyond the Holy Land. The Ottoman Empire might have risen differently, its expansion unchecked by the knowledge of distant empires. In the West, it would have remained a collection of fractured kingdoms, their horizons limited by the edges of their own maps. But history is not written by the roads not taken. It is written by the choices made, the paths chosen. And in this case, the path not taken would have reshaped everything. Consider the consequences. Without Marco's influence, would Christopher Columbus have ever set sail? Would the age of exploration been delayed, its ambitions tempered by a lack of knowledge? Or would it have taken a different form entirely, one where the East remained, a distant dream rather than a tangible goal? The whispers of the unknown would have lingered longer. The Silk Road, that great artery of trade and culture, would have remained, a road that led nowhere, at least nowhere that mattered to the West. The world would have been smaller, its connections weaker, its possibilities fewer. But in the quiet corners of history, where the unspoken decisions lie, there is always another story. A story of what might have been, a story of the Silk Road that never was. And so, as the wind continues to carry its secrets across the desert, we are left with a question. What if the greatest journey of all was the one that never happened? The answer, perhaps, lies in the whispers, and in the roads we never took.